How's it going, Terrifier fans? Welcome to the channel. In this video, I need to discuss and get it off my chest my problem with Terrifier 2. Now let me just go ahead and say I absolutely love the Terrifier movies. Terrifier is already possibly in my top 3 horror movie franchises of all time. That's how much I love them. But I am a little bit worried about the direction that they're going in. Now, I'm going to love them no matter what, probably, if they continue doing what they're doing, but there's one thing about Terrifier 2. There's a different direction that they decided to go in that I just don't think is the best for the franchise. Now, obviously, it's Damien Leone's baby. He has been the director, the writer. He's come up with the entire thing. So it's his story to tell. So I get that, and I love what he does. But there's one thing that I'm just not a big fan of. My biggest problem with Terrifier 2 is that it suffers from the same thing that happened with Michael Myers. They eventually lose. And I absolutely hate that. Especially already in the second movie. I mean, here's the thing. In Terrifier, the original, they did something totally new. The movie was totally different, totally unique. They absolutely went balls to the wall. They absolutely held nothing back. And I think that's why people loved it so much. Art was just totally undefeated. You just could not beat him. He always had something up his sleeve. And obviously at the end of the movie, he somehow comes back to life after being in the body bag. And then you have Terrifier 2 continuing from that moment. Now, technically, I guess from what I've heard, that ending scene where he, wakes up in the body bag, that was shot later on because people thought that it needed a better ending and they wanted it to be set up for a sequel. So, but that's the final product they have right now. So I'm just going to take that for what it is. In Terrifier, the original, Art cannot be defeated, basically. He always has a way to come back. And technically you could say the same thing for Terrifier 2 because he somehow gets rebirthed at the end, which that was a very weird scene. I'm not sure how I feel about it completely right now, but it is what it is. For me, it is good because it sets it up for him to come back, because at the end of Terrifier 2, when he gets killed, I thought that maybe it's over. I don't know how they're going to bring him back for a third one if they do it, but obviously with that ending scene where he gets born again or whatever, the head of Art gets born again, he's back. But I just think that's a tacky way to do it. I think that it would have been better if Sienna did not survive and did not kill him. I get that they want Sienna to be the final girl, and she's a great final girl for the franchise, and I've heard Damien Leone in multiple interviews talk about how he really likes the character of Sienna. He really likes the job that the actress does with her, and I get that. And it does seem like, as he is writing, when he's talked about how he writes the movies, he does seem to want to tell a certain story about Sienna. But my problem is that it seems like a story that we've heard a million times. Most recently in Halloween, where the final girl always survives, makes it to the end, and always kills the killer. That's what happens, I think, in every Friday the 13th movie. Jason always ends up dying. In Halloween, not every movie, but with Halloween Ends, we had one of the most egregious examples of that, where it's like they're not even given a fighting chance. And I almost felt that way in Terrifier 2. Art just did not have those tricks up his sleeve like he usually does. I mean, in some ways, yes, but the way he died and everything, it just felt like it was not appropriate for Art the Clown. And that's where I get frustrated with this. I don't want Art the Clown to be the same as all the other horror villains. There's a new opportunity for them to do something completely different, completely new. And I think one of those ways is for him to just never get defeated like that again. But they already did it, so it's like, gosh, well, if every single movie is going to end with him dying, then what's the point? I don't want to see that. They need to do something different. I don't want to see Art the Clown, who is the most vicious, crazy, raunchy, insane killer that we have in these franchises. Why can't he be someone that doesn't get treated like a little bitch? I mean, come on, it's Art the Clown. So I did not like how they treated him, and they're already doing it in the second movie. We already got that with Halloween Ends. Now, Terrifier 2 was made before Halloween Ends, obviously, but why can't the killer win? I just don't like the direction they're going with that. If Art can be defeated, then, the more these characters get defeated after every single movie, it just becomes predictable. They're not as scary. And Art is one of the scariest villains that we've had in a very long time. So I'm just very disappointed in it. I have to get it off my chest. And I just want there to be a different ending if there are any other Terrifier movies. It sounds like they want to do 3 for right now. So I do think Damien Leone is going to be writing it as a trilogy, and that this 3rd one is going to be kind of wrapping up this story. And I just hope, if we just pretty much go in thinking that, oh, well, he likes Sienna, he likes the character of Sienna, so she's going to, win no matter what, then what's the point? Nothing Art does is going to be scary. I already think Terrifier 2 was a little bit less scary. It was a little bit less dark. I think the set design where they're in the fun house, whatever, it wasn't scary because when you're in like a haunted house thing like that, it's already supposed to be scary, if you know what I mean. They're trying to make you scared, so it wasn't scary. The part about Terrifier 1, the original, that was so scary is that they were in a setting where there isn't supposed to be a killer clown. It's a dark warehouse or whatever it was, some type of old building. And yeah, if you're in a horror movie, obviously you'd expect something crazy to happen in there, but in the real world, you would really hope there's not a killer clown in there. But at a fun house or whatever, where everything's trying to be scary already, all those props that kept jumping at them and making jump scares, it just wasn't scary. It's just, it just feels like a cheesy thing. One of the settings I did really enjoy from Terrifier 2 was the bathroom, where it's just all bloody and there's shit everywhere and it's just so nasty. That is scary. That really is scary. But it's no doubt in my mind that the original Terrifier, the set design, the setting of the movie was way scarier, way darker, way grimier. It was just perfect for the feel of the movie. And so I'm just worried that they're gonna take Terrifier in a wrong direction. Art the Clown needs to be different from these other characters if he's going to get even close to them or possibly transcend them in some people's mind. I just really hope they don't make this another Halloween franchise. Well, really, I mean, you have had Laurie Strode die a few times, but there's no need for Art the Clown to not be victorious at the end of this. We don't want to see him die. He is great. But maybe some people have a different vision. We'll see what Damien Leone has up his sleeve. He's done a great job so far. I love the Terrifier movies. I'm not really trying to hit them with this video. I just want them to be better. I want them to be different. And I don't want another ending like Terrifier 2, where Art dies and then he comes back through some supernatural thing. That's been done a million times. Let's do something different. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Terrifier went in the right direction with that ending in Terrifier 2? Let me know, and I will see you in the next one.